She earned her mammoth meals and
why would she want to become the fattest person ever? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, that is so weird. Why would anyone want to be the fattest person ever? That's insane. You should not want to be big like that. Like, what is wrong with you? You really want to be the big 10 fattest people in the world.
Donna Simpson, 630 pounds.
Damn. Where her belly? Oh my goodness, she just melted into the floor. Goomba!
While the rest of the world was counting calories and trying to slim down, Donna Simpson upped her food intake to an alarming 15,000 calories per day, wanting to become the fattest woman ever. She earned her mammoth meals and
why would she want to become the fattest person ever? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, that is so weird. Why would anyone want to be the fattest person ever? That's insane. You should not want to be big like that. Like, what is wrong with you? You really want to be the biggest person ever. Like, what the hell?
It's performing as a supersized, big, beautiful web model, where she ranked in over $90,000 a year.
To be a
big
model.
Fat check paid by chubby, chasing admirers who love to watch her eat.
So you're telling me, bro, they love to watch her slowly, like, hurt herself from just forcing herself to eat like this? That company need to be shut down. Like, whoa, bro. Like, did that sound twisted to y'all?
At her peak weight, Simpson exceeded 600 pounds, but most people recall a comparatively modest measure of 532 pounds because that was her weight around the time she got pregnant with her baby girl, Jacqueline. She earned the Guinness World Record title for the heaviest woman to give birth, and later ditched her mission of becoming the fattest woman after she herself was jilted by her fiancé and father to her baby.
Why would you want to do that, bro? Some people in this world just really make you wonder, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, what?
Monica Riley, 700 pounds. Morbidly obese funnel-feeding model Monica Riley.
They're just getting insane, bro. And so far, we got 2 women on the list. Where's the man?
Wanted to become the world's fattest woman as well. Like Donna Simpson, she was ready to spend her days gorging on piles of food to achieve the big goal. At her heaviest, Monica weighed a colossal 700 pounds, but swore not to stop at that. With a gut-busting diet of 10,000 calories a day,
why do you want to be the fattest? This is abuse!
This model from Fort Worth, Texas, was well on her way to hitting her target weight of 1,000 pounds and basically becoming too fat to move.
He's allowing his wife to be built like Majin Buu. Why are you allowing that? What is wrong with you? Like, what?
Her fiancé Sid Riley spent most of his time catering to her insatiable appetite for high-calorie shakes. Her shakes contained liberal amounts of double cream, Pop-Tarts, milk, and weight gain powder, totaling a whopping 3,500 calories. And with 20,000 online fans watching, Monica guzzled it all in a very original way, through a funnel feeder.
This is disgusting. This is actually very disgusting. Just watching all these people allowing their significant other or even someone they care about in their family allowing to get like this and supporting it is absolutely one of the most disgusting, vile acts I've ever seen of all time. This is the moment, like, what the hell is wrong with you? They're literally doing this for their own entertainment. You're literally got to be sick in the head to be doing this. Like, why? Like, think about that real quick. Just, why are you doing this?
Number 8. Shannon Lowry, 739 pounds.
Okay, a couple more pounds.
Weighing in at 739 pounds at her heaviest, Shannon Lowry is one of the heaviest women on this list. Most people know her from the recently broadcast episode.
Why are they forcing them to eat all this food? Tell them to stop eating all this food. Why are you allowing them to do this? I don't understand. Is that a health thing? Or do they have to eat all this food to survive or something? Like, what the hell?
The show My 600-Pound Life, starred by world-famous weight loss surgeon Dr. Now. On the episode, the 39-year-old narrates her grueling journey becoming morbidly obese practically her entire adult life.
Look at them shoulders, bro. Them shoulders are insane, bro. Them shoulders are shouldering, bro, and it's just really making you wonder, like, why?
Has never been easy on her since weighing 100 pounds at age 7 and 450 pounds by age 17. When she finally decided to enlist the help of Dr. Now last year, Lowry was at her heaviest. She tipped the scales at 739 pounds when the good doctor weighed her from his Houston, Texas office. At the time, Shannon relied on her husband, Simon Johnson.
Oh, her back rolls even look like things, like the upper part. Oh my goodness, bro. Why are you letting them get like this? Please tell me why and how.
For pretty much everything, a duty which he discharged religiously for the 10 years they had been married since meeting while gaming online. Since appearing on Dr. Now's show, Shannon's weight loss journey seemed incredible as she lost 41 pounds initially. However, she reported recently that her progress since stalled.
What?
Number 7. Suzanne Imon.
Holy cow! And these are only women. I'm scared to see the guys. Bro, she is like 3'6" on that couch. Holy smokes, bro, that's bananas.
100 pounds. Feasting mostly on astonishingly enormous meals that add up to a terrifying 30,000 calories per day, does it come as a surprise that morbidly obese Suzanne Imon once tipped the scales at more than 800 pounds? She got through heavy breakfasts, greasy snacks with sugary shakes, and mammoth dinners. She too hoped to become the world's fattest woman and America's largest bride. She was at the time engaged to be married to chef fiancé Parker Clack. Her 2 sons were, however, not okay with the life-threatening mission. They understandably feared for their mother's health and well-being. Hearing her son's concerns, Suzanne sought professional assistance from a residential weight loss clinic and shed off nearly half of her weight.
At least she's trying her best to help her to do better for herself, okay.
Ahead of her 2013 big day, when she slimmed down incredibly from an 800-pound big beautiful woman to a mere 450 pounds.
Okay, she got half of that weight gone. Now you need to get half of that weight gone again. Come on, keep doing it, keep doing it.
Parker Clack thought she had changed too much and called off the wedding. Fortunately, Suzanne found a new love a few short years later, and together with her new catch, Nick Abate, they set out on a mission to get her back to her previous size. Number 6.
What do you mean? Her previous size? Wait, are you telling me she going back to 800 pounds? If you let her go back to 800 pounds, hell no, that's not the right guy. He better be talking about like 100, right?
Barry Austin,
There you go.
910 pounds.
God dang! That's a big fella. How do y'all let this happen? Oh my yay! Ay, ay, ay,
Going by Fat Baz, Barry Austin was dubbed Britain's fattest man when a lifestyle of binge eating pushed his weight to a whopping 910 pounds. His peak weight was confirmed at a titular Sky One documentary where Barry admitted to ravaging through 29,000 calories a day and drinking up to 12 liters of fizzy drinks at a time. Barry acknowledged the dark side of his lifestyle and was trying to slim down for his health when a number of health issues presented. He lost 280 pounds after having a gastric balloon fitted and slashing his caloric intake to a limited 1,500 calories per day. In a message to his longtime pal and fellow blues fan, broadcaster Tom Ross, Barry said that he was struggling after losing a lot of weight as he had been bedbound for 6 years. Sadly, Barry passed away on January 1st this year after suffering a heart attack that caused him to fall.
Damn, Barry never got down in weight, bro. You're telling me like when you're just that big, you can't lose your weight? It's impossible? Has anybody been 1,000 pounds and actually got down to like 150, bro?
Ricky Jr. Nepti, 900 pounds.
Name down, Barry.
Well known as the
He survived?
Guamanian man who ate himself to death, Ricky Nepti battled with his food addiction for many years. His labored struggle was briefly captured in a TLC documentary called 900 Pound Man. TV crew from the US network followed the life of Ricky with his wife Cheryl in what was the man's final 3 years. At the time, Ricky was too heavy to do anything. He hadn't walked on his own for more than 7 years. He couldn't talk without running out of breath, and he was too fat to even consummate his marriage. Perhaps the only thing that came easy for him was insisting on more food. Lots and lots of it. Ricky desperately needed life-saving surgery, but all the doctors he contacted required that he loses at least 90 pounds on his own first, since it would have been too dangerous to try and perform gastric surgery given his condition at the time. In the end, his 10-year marriage broke down, and without anyone to help feed and bathe him, Ricky fell into deep depression over the state of his life. He died in November 20.
Well, his wife is pretty big too, though. But how do y'all let this happen to each other, man? Like, you gotta be an L partner if you allowed him to get this big. Like, you gotta be an L partner.
Age 39, with doctors declaring morbid obesity as the cause of his death. Number 4.
Damn.
Carol Ann Jagger.
Dang!
1,189 pounds. As the only woman to hit 1,200 pounds, perhaps 1,600 pounds unofficially, Carol Ann Jagger was undoubtedly the most severely obese woman in history and the heaviest.
You know how they say that's a gat? That is the actual gat. Oh my goodness. And that's not even like in a That's like in a serious. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, oh my goodness.
Ever recorded. Her obesity was caused by an eating disorder she had developed as a child after being sexually abused by a close family member. She said that she found temporary relief.
I still don't understand how that caused to be obese, so maybe I'm just not educated on that enough.
In her sweet treats, life for her was never a piece of cake. Jagger fell in and out of deep depression and suffered many obesity-related health problems over the course of her life. At her heaviest, Jagger was mostly immobile and became totally dependent on her 14-year-old daughter Heather and son Stephen Bishop, among other helpers including friends and nurses. In her final year, Jagger lost about 500 pounds after she was put on diuretic drugs and a restricted 1,200-calorie diet while admitted at the Hurley Medical Center. She died at her home in the year that followed, with kidney failure listed as the cause of death.
But that actually hurt, because I know, so I had a family member, very close family member, who actually basically had that. He allowed it to happen. Like, that's not one of those tragic things you get hurt, man. You've been trying to get better all this time. It's like you still the past, man. That is actually very sad, and it's very depressing and very demoralizing.
And morbid obesity being the contributing cause. One can never hope to retell Jagger's 1,000-pound life in about 100 words, but putting her on this list is a start. Number 3. Khalid bin Mohsen Shahri, 1,345 pounds. Once the heaviest living person and the second heaviest person ever recorded, Saudi Arabian Khalid bin Mohsen Shahri weighed 1,345 pounds at his peak weight. Unable to move on his own, Shahri was confined to his bed for a little over 3 years, a situation which prompted Saudi King Abdullah to intervene. Shahri was then transferred from his Jazan home in the south to be treated in the King Fahad Medical City in Riyadh, where he lost a massive 700 pounds through a combination of gastric band surgery.
Yo, Rod Hever, can I tell you a happy soul? Just subscribe. W subscription. W subscriber, Rod. I appreciate that, man.
Rehabilitation, strict exercise regimen, and healthy eating. While his loss was remarkable, Shahri needed to trim down a further 218 pounds to become the biggest loser in history, a record held by American Rosalie Bradford, who had lost 917 pounds.
Bro, call me a monkey again. I'm gonna walk over there and smack the back of your neck, FW. Cause like I'm behind it with you, FW. I don't even see what you yapping about, my boy.
Clinch the title. Some sources say, however, that Shahri ultimately slimmed down to a friendly weight of 150 pounds after losing a whopping 1,195 pounds and basically making him the biggest loser in history.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Don't give me an ad. Don't give me an ad.
A familiar face and perhaps an even more familiar
God
tale.
Dang! That's a big fella!
That calls to attention the everyday struggles of living with obesity. Number 2.
What happened to this guy?
Kenneth Brumley, 1,033 pounds.
Okay, what's the story about him?
When his story featured on Channel 4's Body Shock documentary series, Half Ton Dad, Kenneth Brumley weighed a tremendous 1,033 pounds. The father of 4 ballooned to his staggering size on a daily diet of 30,000 calories.
How do you
He
let
picked up the weight so fast that he was unable to do anything at his peak weight. He was bedbound for 4 years, as his gigantic legs could no longer carry his tremendous
Why are these are they allowing this to happen? Like, how does this happen? Oh my goodness.
weight. Buckled under his own weight and with no one to care for him, Brumley went a whole 4 years without having a bath.
Oh my
Brumley
God.
made headlines when he qualified for rehabilitation at the Renaissance Hospital in Houston, Texas, where it took an entire fire crew to help get him out of his house and transport him to the hospital. His daily calorie intake was reduced to 1,200 per day.
And so far, bro, being obese just seems like it's a guaranteed death sentence. It don't matter how much weight you lose. You're always going to end up a pack at the end of the day. That's what it seems like, bro. Like, this is just sad.
He was finally scheduled for gastric bypass surgery after reaching a safe weight for the life-saving procedure.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video.
I want to see number one. Let me see number one.
John Brower Minogue.
Yeah, 1,400 pounds! 1,400 pounds!
1,800 pounds.
Let me hear this story, bro.
Record books list John Brower Minogue as the heaviest man ever recorded.
And he can walk though. He can walk though.
He is estimated to have weighed more than 1,400 pounds, but his sheer size, deteriorating health, and mobility constraints made it impossible to bring him to a scale, if Bainbridge Island, Washington had scales that big. No matter, Minogue took the title for heaviest person
Oh my
ever,
goodness.
and there's no arguing that fact. He also landed another rather interesting title for the greatest difference in weight between a married couple when his 110-pound fiancée Jeanette said "I
110
do"
pounds?
on their big day.
How is she? She loving him? She's a good woman. She's a better person than me.
Despite suffering from obesity since childhood, Minogue's weight was never an issue until being diagnosed with massive generalized edema, a condition which doctors determined to be incurable and difficult to treat. Minogue got even bigger until his dramatic hospitalization due to congestive heart failure.
Oh my god, that photo was a bad photo though. They made him look kind of crazy looking.
About a dozen firefighters and medics had to join hands to put him on a modified stretcher and onto a ferry to get him to the University of Washington Medical Center. His treatment plan included a strict diet cut to 1,200 calories per day, which saw him lose as much as 900 pounds, earning him a final distinction for the biggest ever documented weight loss by an obese man.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Rest in peace, man. Yeah, man. So, more of the story is, if you're obese, it's a death sentence. Pretty much. Damn, bro. That's tragic, man. That's hella tragic. That is actually one hella tragic thing I've ever seen in a minute, bro. Like,